Hey guys, today I wanted to do my top 5 facial moisturizers. This is something that I have been, I shouldn't say testing out for years, but I have really sensitive skin. I have all kinds of problems. I have like dryness all in here, I have oiliness in here and here, and then I'm also very acne prone. I've got eczema, rosacea. I won the lottery with skin problems. So I've tried pretty much every face cream from low end to high end. I mean, when you have skin problems, you understand that paying a lot of money for a face cream isn't something that you really hesitate to do. Obviously it'd be nice to find something that's not expensive, but it's kind of like a desperation thing. It's just trial and error, and you really want to find something. Sometimes things from the drugstore for like $5 work great, and then sometimes things from, you know, a department store for like $80 doesn't work at all, and that's horrible because then you're stuck with this face cream you're not going to use and it's really expensive. Luckily this is started when I was a teenager, so my parents helped me out a lot even into adulthood with trying out different things. But I know it's difficult, especially when you don't have the funds to just keep buying things that you have to throw away because they don't work for you, or maybe you don't have anyone to give them to if they don't work. So I just wanted to present my top 5. If you have any of the problems that I have, I'm going to go ahead and let you know which ones worked for which problems. But I do want to say overall, all of these worked with all of my problems, which is why I think they're great. Sensitive skin, acne, oily, dry. These all worked for that. I'm going to start with, this is probably the most expensive one, but it's the one that I've been using for the longest amount of time. It is really good. They had a different formula years ago, and then they changed it, and it actually used to be better, but it's still really good. So the first thing is the Chanel Hydra Beauty Gel Cream Hydration Protection Radiance. And it looks like this. It is a good size jar. It's really pretty. Not that that matters, but I always keep these when I use them up because this has some in it, but it is all plastic, like molded, so you can clean this out really easily. And I go ahead and reuse these for travel. I'll fill them with different things like lotions out of like my big bottles that I keep at home, or just whatever for travel, and they stack really nice like in a toiletry bag. So I keep these. I have a whole ton of them. I can't even tell you how many times I have purchased this or received it for gifts for holidays. I'm gonna try to find the prices and I'll put them down below. I want to say this is, I feel like it's in the $80 range, which I agree is ridiculously expensive, but you do not need to use much. And it is like it's like a cross between a gel and a cream. It is more jelly. It's kind of cool when you put it on the skin. Put a little bit on here, I don't know if you can see that. It is not a thick cream. It is instantly hydrating. I'm just going to put some on right now because it feels good. But you can just feel the moisture go right into your skin. It does feel like a gel. You can feel it on your face, but after a few minutes it just dissipates and you don't feel it anymore. It's not going to clog your pores or anything like that. And this is the first thing that I was religiously using that helped with my acne problems. And my dry skin and everything. This is just amazing. The only reason that I kept trying other products is because it is expensive. When I do use this, I tend to only use it at night. It's kind of like a deep hydration. It's good for when you're sleeping. I have used this during the day. That's totally fine too. I just tried to conserve because it is so expensive. Oh, it smells so good too. I really do love this stuff. And you only need a little bit, like I said, that little tiny bit I had on my finger, that did, you know, all here. So maybe like 2 or 3 of those tiny dabs will take care of your whole face. And this is a big jar. It is 1.7 ounces. Yeah, 1.7 ounces. And I mean, I've been using this one. I usually get probably 6 to 10 months out of one of these. And that's using it every night and sometimes during the day. So that is my number 1. The second one that I've been using, second longest, the one I used to use during the day when I was using that one at night, is the MAC Complete Comfort Cream. This stuff is really good. I can't show it to you because I'm out of it right now. This is another one of those containers that's just the molded plastic, so it's really easy to clean out, and I use these for travel as well. I have a whole bunch of these. Can't tell you how many times I've repurchased. I suppose I could trade these containers in and get lipstick, can't I? I forget that MAC does that, and I've never done that in my life. Anyway, this stuff smells pretty good too. I forget all the details about it. I want to say it has clay in it. I don't know. The whole point is it's a comfort cream. It's supposed to tone down redness, which is another problem that I have, and it absolutely does tone down the redness in your face. Feels really good. It is more like a cream, not a gel. You definitely feel it when you put it on your face, but again, it dissipates, just you don't feel it long term. It does hydrate, not as well as the Chanel, but this is good for redness and irritation and things like that, while also keeping you irritated. Yeah, while keeping you hydrated is what I meant to say. So that is the other one. I'm not doing these in any particular like order. I'm just, I guess, discovery order is how I'm doing it. I don't want you to think I'm saying one's better than the other. I think all 5 of these are amazing. I would recommend them all. It's just a matter of budget. Like I said, I'll put prices down below. Preference, your skin type. I'm just gonna let you know what works for me. And again, I'm someone who has oily skin, dry skin, redness, acne, sensitivity. It's just, I've got it all. So far, these are the 2 I've been using the longest. I'm actually not using them right now, but I know I'll circle back to them because I always do. They are amazing. What I have been using, mostly during the day, actually I've probably used this for 6 to 8 months straight, just it. My skin also gets used to things and then it doesn't work as well, so I have to mix it up every now and then, which is why I do that. So like I said, I'll go back to the Chanel. When that stops working as well, I'll trade off to something else. So it's kind of why I bounce around between the 5 products. But I recently discovered, well, almost a year now, but it's recent for me, the GLAMGLOW thirstymud, which is their hydrating treatment. And I always thought these were just masks. Oh my god, the light. I always thought these were just masks. They're not. I'll explain in a second. It's sort of a mud. It's like a mud and a gel. It really feels like a gel going on, but it is thick. It looks mud-like, and it has some beads in it that you do feel when you're putting it on, but they go right into your skin. They don't stay. The reason I love this so much is it smells like coconut. It's like coconut with an earthy smell, because I mean it is a mud, but it just goes into your skin. So there's 2 ways to use this. The first one is you can just put it on as lightly or as liberally as you want all over your face, and just as a moisturizer. You can also put this on like super thick, leave it on for, I'm not sure what it recommends, I want to say like 30 to 45 minutes, and then you can rub the remaining bit of it into your skin, or you can sleep with it on, or you can rinse it off if you want to just do like an intense treatment. I put a lot of this on and just rub it into my face, and that's how I use it since I do need the hydration, and I love this stuff. It is fantastic. I have the other GLAMGLOWs, all the different ones. I wanted to try them since this was so great, but honestly haven't used any of them just because I keep using this and I get worried about using the other treatments on my face. But this stuff is amazing. And you can see it's a little bit gel-like. It's not like super muddy or grainy or anything like that. I'm not gonna waste any of this. Oh, and I just love the smell. And even if you don't love coconut, or even if you do like coconut, you don't want to smell like that all day, it goes away in a couple minutes. It doesn't stay. It's just a nice little pick-me-up, especially in the summer when you first put it on. So that's that one. This next one, I don't know anything about the brand. I actually got like a trial size tube, a really big trial size. I think it was 1.7 ounces, and that is what the full size is, so never mind. It was a full size. I believe it was in my Ipsy bag, and I had it for a while, and I never tried it because I don't like trying new face products anymore since I've done that my whole life and I found stuff that works. But I eventually used it, and I went through the entire thing pretty quickly because I was having a really bad situation with eczema up in here. No matter what I did, it was dry, it was flaky, it was red, and I tried this stuff and it took care of it. So I ended up buying the full size, which is the same as the sample size. I don't know, it's a different container though. This one's a pump. It's the BeFine Food Skincare Daily Moisturizer with SPF 15 with rosemary, pomegranate, and rice. It's natural, paraben-free, vegetarian proteins, essential oils. It looks like this, and you can see that I've already used most of this one up. It's just in this little pump thing. I'll put some on my hand. It's a light cream. You can kind of see it there. This stuff smells, it has a little bit of like a menthol-y, eucalyptus, I don't know, it's definitely earthy. But this stuff is really good too, and like I said, I was having a total skin freak out, and this was the only thing that took care of it. So I'm glad to have this. Again, I'll put the price down below. I do not remember the prices of any of these. Like I said, I think the Chanel's around 80. Comfort Cream I think is around 30. GLAMGLOW Mud is, I know, $69, but you can buy gift sets on Sephora and sometimes their website, and there's coupon codes and stuff all the time. So I think I paid once or twice full price for this, and I learned my lesson waited and bought them on sale since. I'll just stock up when they go on sale. This I know I just bought. If you get it at Walgreens, it's $20. If you go to Walmart, it's $18. Why am I showing this? I haven't even told you about it yet. Wow. Get back to it. I think this was $32. The BeFine. So now the last one, which I just accidentally showed you, is the Neutrogena. I've just, back to this. I had a little deluxe sample of it from my, I don't remember if it was from Boxycharm or Ipsy. It was one of my subscription boxes. I'm sure if you go back and look at maybe April, it was in there. I decided to finally use it. It's just been sitting on my counter in my bathroom, and it was incredible. It is so hydrating. It feels so good. So I went out and got the full size. I bought it at Walgreens. It was $20. I had $5 in rewards off though, so I got it for $15. Same day my mom went to Walmart and she bought it for $18. So go to Walmart if you want to save $2. It's the Neutrogena Hydra Boost Gel Cream Extra Dry Skin with hyaluronic acid. Now, Neutrogena, you probably think of, you know, acne and stuff. This is not for acne necessarily. I mean, it's got that in it, but it's for, you know, it's for dry skin. It's got the acid, which I'm sure will help with that. It's oil-free, fragrance-free, dye-free. Yeah, it instantly quenches skin and keeps it looking smooth, supple, and hydrated day after day. And I can definitely say that it basically felt like my skin just, like, plumped up. It's kind of hard to describe. It felt like it plumped up, so I guess, like, collagen, even though there's no collagen in this. But then here, again with my eczema and psoriasis and all of that, I always feel puffy in this area. And while I'm saying it made the rest of my face feel full, in this area where I always feel puffy for pretty much the first time in my life, it felt like normal. I could feel like my forehead, my skull's under there. I know it sounds really weird, but if you have any type of skin irritation problems, you know about like the swelling. And it always felt swollen there, and this takes that swelling down. So this stuff is incredible. This is definitely a gel like it says. That's what it looks like. I've got a lot of it left because I just bought it. It actually looks very similar to the Chanel. That's what it looks like. It's a little more gel-like. It's got this just cooling feeling. It feels good even on my finger. Oh my god. And it really doesn't smell like anything at all. It's like rubbing water on your face, and I think it pretty much does what water does to your face, only it locks in and stays there. So that's incredible. So that's my top 5. Again, no particular order. I've got the Chanel Hydra Beauty Gel Cream. Looks like this. It smells delicious. I've got the MAC Complete Comfort Cream, which helps redness. I've got the GLAMGLOW thirstymud, which smells like coconut and just makes me so happy. I've got the BeFine Food Skincare Daily Moisturizer with SPF 15. And then the Neutrogena Hydra Boost Gel Cream Extra Dry Skin. So those are the ones that I cycle through right now. I just mix it up when my skin kind of gets used to it, because for some reason it just stops working, and then I switch to something else, and then I can switch back and it's fine. I do want to offer one alternative, since I did mention I'm acne prone. While those are my usual skincare, that, like I said, I go through them. If I'm having a bad acne outbreak, acne situation, if you suffer from acne, I do have an alternative, which is something like I'll kind of stop using those, or I'll switch to once a day or something like that, and I'll use this. So the first thing is the Clean and Clear Persa-Gel 10, which has 10% benzoyl peroxide, and that's an acne medication, maximum strength. I will spot treat with this. This will definitely dry out your skin. I always get acne like in this area. And it definitely dries them up, but I notice like if it gets close to my lips, I have to put on like extra lip balm, and it will dry out the other skin. So it's important to try to really just keep it on the area that's affected. If your skin gets dry, it's okay. I mean, it's hard to avoid getting it elsewhere. Just, you know, go back to your normal moisturizer afterwards. It will go away. It doesn't stay that way. But this does dry up and clear away the acne. It's awesome. This is the only over-the-counter thing I've found that really works for me. I used to use Proactive when I was, you know, a teenager and young adult, because I used to get acne on my shoulders, my chin. Proactive, if you suffer from like chronic acne, #1, absolutely recommend it. Use that and stick to that. And you can also use that in conjunction with the Chanel, because that's what I used to do. That's totally cool. But I don't really suffer from acne on a regular basis anymore. So again, if you're just having like a flare-up and it's not a normal thing, this Clean and Clear stuff works amazing. And that's only like $7 or $8 at the drugstore, and this like looks like, you know, a small size, but you, like I said, you only spot treat, so this lasts forever. I just finally finished my first one, and this is my second one. then with that, I use the Clean and Clear Dual Action Moisturizer, which is oil-free, moisturizes dry skin, treats and helps prevent pimples. And that's this. I'll usually use that like on the rest of my face, so I'll spot treat with this, and then I'll kind of put this anywhere. I guess I'd go over, like I'd use this anywhere that I still have acne. I wouldn't put it like, say, up here where I never get acne. I'm going to show you what I use for that. So spot treatment when it's really bad. This for anywhere else that gets acne to try to like fight it off, because it does help with that. And then the last thing is a Clean and Clear Morning Burst Hydrating Gel Moisturizer, which is oil-free, ultra lightweight, won't clog pores, and provides a touch of moisture. And that's what I'll use like on the rest of my face that doesn't really get acne. So I use all three of those products at the same time. You don't have to, you can mix and match however you want, but that's what works for me. Again, I'll spot treat with this, which is the Persa-Gel 10. I'll just put that where I directly have active acne. Then I'll use the Clean and Clear Dual Action Moisturizer anywhere that I get acne. So pretty much from here down on my face, I'll apply this. And then the Clean and Clear Morning Burst Hydration Gel Moisturizer, I'll pretty much put from here up. And I'll do that until my whatever acne problem I'm having clears up. And then I'll just go back to the other stuff that I already showed. So not really skincare routine, but those are my top 5 skincare facial moisturizers, along with my alternative for when you have an acne flare-up. And then I don't have any to show you because it doesn't happen anymore, but I'm just going to throw it in there as a bonus. If you have active acne, Proactive, it does dry your skin, but it will clear that. It will clear it up, and you don't even have to do the whole system if you don't want to. Honestly, I always do step 1 in the shower, where you wash your face with the exfoliator. That is key. And then when I get out of the shower, I would use the toner. I barely ever use the moisturizer. I would go with something else, like I said, like one of these or something, because the moisturizer is still made to help get rid of the acne, which obviously you want to do, but I feel like with those other 2 steps, your skin still needs some hydration because it does dry you out. So I'd go through with a normal moisturizer. I didn't use the Proactive moisturizer. And again, that's, you know, my personal preference, what I found worked for me. Sometimes with the Proactive moisturizer, I would like spot treat, but I wouldn't put it on my whole face because I felt like, well, the whole Proactive system I wouldn't use anywhere that I didn't have acne, and I think that's key because you don't want to go ahead and dry out the rest of your skin if you don't get acne somewhere. For me, it's, I mean, now it's my chin, sometimes around my nose, but like never from here up, so it doesn't make sense to use the Proactive there. And then even when I was using the Proactive here, since it dried you out so much, I like to use just a regular moisturizer. It doesn't have to be this one, but that's the one I use. So that's just a little tip and recommendation if you suffer from acne. Proactive is amazing. I know it's hard when celebrities are like, here, buy this, it worked for me. Yeah, they're being paid to say that. I didn't trust them for the longest time. Suffered through acne for years. Finally tried Proactive and was like, why didn't I listen to Jessica Simpson? She was telling the truth. So here I am, a normal person. I'm not sponsored. I bought all this stuff by myself. I've never been sent any of this stuff for free. Never been sponsored, review, whatever. I have no affiliation with Proactive. So there you go. These are all just honest opinions trying to help you out. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please follow me on Instagram at ToBeFetching2, on Twitter at ToBeFetching, and my blog www.tobefetching.com. Please thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it. Post recommendations, comments down below, and I hope to see you for my next video. Bye.